Hello, good evening. My absence on the outside world. No, I've been involved daily. Why have I got eyeglasses? Well, the age is picking up. The hair is going all silver. Not because I'm wearing it. It's just because the life knows where it belongs. It belongs back to the soil, back to the earth. When you were a youngster, you had all the great ambitious ideas and beliefs. People made you believe what you did not know. You always look up to answers from somewhere far and beyond and above this planet. Did you ever work towards making this world a garden, an Eden, a heaven? After all that education, so-called the education that you received, saying that somewhere else is much better than where you were born, where you have a physical body, mental attribute, that you never invested in making yourself pleasant by your own nature without the need of other or the need of the other's entertainment or the device or the scripture or the book you read and digested. The ones who read 10 books became scholars. The one who read one book became the God's representative, or the so-called the Creator's representative. But when you put questions to the so-called Creator's representative, he or she may have no answers to your life situations that you may face, or what is going to bring for you tomorrow, if that idea of tomorrow exists. In existential terms, that idea of tomorrow or the next second does not exist. As long as we have our world which is livable, as long as we have our world that is breathable, as long as we have our world where we can find water to produce and support life and nourish life, as long as we've got arable land and soil to produce relevant, good enough food to produce what is dying in you. Have we ever thought of upgrading our old ideas? You're so keen to upgrade your mobile phones, your smart device, so-called the smart device, is because you have condemned yourself not smart than that plastic, aluminum, steel, metal, mineral unit that you're holding on to, or that I'm speaking to, or you're looking me through. But you're not seeing me there on a machine or out there in this space. You're not hearing me in your machine, or you're not feeling your sensory organs of the world that you know of on the outside. By feeling this most confusing perception to our sensory realities or unreal situations, you're trying to fix the outside situation instead of upgrading your inner situation. Just like the belief systems and technology and Your smart devices, you keep upgrading them every 6 months, 3 months, 6 years, 1 year, 2 years. Somehow you keep upgrading as you grow older. Similarly, the ideas, your beliefs, your scriptures, they all should have an amendment so that we don't fall into the same mistake, so that we don't, as human race, cause disastrous situations for our future generations on this planet. Because once you're gone, one thing you should do is put your body back to the earth so that it can produce some new life. As you know, the most wonderful organism on this planet is the soil, which is dying, depleting. We are turning the organic soil into sand, taking the organic content and commercially producing for profitable reasons for few individuals. I have said so much. The whole crux of all of this conversation that popped into my mind was to bring in the idea that people seems to read textbooks, written down information from the past, which was relevant when our planet was balanced, where there was no abuse or rape to the resources that produce and balance and sustain life on this planet. But yet today, the life on the planet is pretty much trying to, or the creator, the so-called the evolution, the human evolution is going backwards, and we are getting toppled or faltered each stage. But the creator and the creation is trying to get rid of us, the humans, because I have found out after millions of years of our evolved creature on this planet has caused the most detrimental and most disastrous situations for life to be destroyed. So the creation, the creator, is finding ways to reduce the living resources on the planet by getting you lured into the greed, compulsions, and reflective reactions, and reducing your capacity to be able to find solutions to human situations. Instead, the nature is closing in on us. Call it global warming, call it carbon this, carbon that, carbon this, emission of this, emission of that, production of this, reduction of that. You can call in all terminology and scientific methods that you have found and scripted and written down and documented and archived. When it comes to life, there's something very simple. Are you alive with the breath in? Is there enough oxygen? Is there enough water? Or is it been switched off? Is there enough water? Is it drinkable to sustain without you getting poisoned? Is there enough food? Is there enough air left for us to breathe? But we are making sure that the next generation does not get to live on this planet by our impact. So-called the adults with ideas, the God-given ideas, are making sure that our next generation is not going to live well. Are you one of those who wants to look and wait for disaster to unfold in front of us and find ourselves painful and regrettable in what we did not do? If you're capable enough to do what you can do now, you should be. What you can't do doesn't matter. But what you can do, you don't do. You have forsaken the humanity. I hope you're smart enough to realize this. Be sensitive enough as life to feel it. The crush, the squeeze, the suffocation of what we are doing to our Mother Earth, the very source that is giving us life. May you have a wonderful weekend and a good Sunday. May your life be vibrant, vibrating, and sensitive. More importantly, conscious and responsible enough that you become naturally content and pleasant and gentle by your nature.